episode 3 Portable, where we're deep into Tartarus. I mean, we're in the first zone, but we're deep into the first zone of Tartarus. Carrying on our dungeon crawl from last episode. So let's do this thing. Just to tend another boss, feeling pretty good about it. In a new zone, perhaps with some new monsters and things. Better be on the lookout for new points of experience and take this! Sorry, that feels bad. It was running away from me. How do you do with ice again, by the way? I should have checked before launching the spell at you. Oh, you're weak to it. Excellent. That's fine by me. Oh, so are you, now that I think about it. So I could just do this. Like I said, we're not really running out of mana in boss fights as much as while rolling around the dungeon, so I shouldn't really be holding back too much on that, because I'm just going to get myself killed before long. Do we need the pixie card? I can't remember. Let's just get the bonus XP. I mean, we may not need it even if we can obtain it. Although I do kind of like the idea of getting another one to get another Dia card. We do not in fact have it, so we probably should grab it next time we see it, just to see what kind of merge possibilities there are. I shall leave you if you run away from me. I'll have this item though, thank you, Dispoison. Yeah, you don't need to be that fussed about buying loads and loads of these items since you find so many of them around. I mean, he's talking about the ones you really use, like revival beads is how I feel about it. So a short floor. Oh, this is the weird floor you were talking about. Oh, so we made it to the barrier, so maybe there's not all that much more we can do here. I tell a lie, we're not going that much farther in the dungeon today, although maybe I might just fight a little until we're tired again, just to get some more money and experience and things. It's a dead end. Good work, return to the entrance. Okay. Old Documento 1. A description of the document can be read in the glossary. Right on. It's been a minute since we were there anyway, so we ought to see any other new items. The electricity's hooked up, but why do they need so much? There's only a school on this island. Oh god, is this from someone involved in Kirijo and did this have anything to do with the explosion long ago? Or is Tartarus somehow powered by the school? Oh man, strange things are occurring. I think we haven't seen anything past this point if it's going in order. C is a group devoted to defeating the shadows. Under the guise of a school club, they wield their personas. Evoker enables the user to summon a persona, though it's supposedly possible to do so that one. Oh no, we did read that. Kirijo group is maybe the only one we don't have. Hadn't read before. International corporation which boasts innovations in many industries. Gekkoukan High School sponsor. Oh, okay, so it's not quite as alarming that we all ended up here. Yukata did say her dad worked for Kirijo, right? I thought? Anyway, it's not all that alarming that they have ties with the school then. Okay, like I was thinking. Well, there you go. We're, as far as we can go before presumably some other story event. The path to the next floor is blocked. I can't go any farther. So we may as well just go around, maybe just like start from floor 2 and work our way all the way back up again until we all tire ourselves out. Get a bit more experience, money, equipment, all that good stuff. And I don't know if that's all we'll do this episode. Depends how soon we get tired, I suppose. I have no idea what he means go for the following block though. Maybe a block is 16 floors or so. There was a rare monster and I didn't cut it off like I meant to. It's gonna go here. Oh, it disappeared right when I was about to cut it off. Treasure! And I suppose if I'm not fighting any enemies who are running away from me, that's going to be most of them, so I won't get all that much in the way of loot here, but it feels bad. Oh, suck it up, Admiral. They could, you don't know, if we don't take them out now, then they could go run out of Tartarus and wreck some poor bystanders. Plus, shuffle time and experience are important. Or more game pertinently. So we'll just take out all the enemies we run across as we go, just scaling the floors again. I guess this does dissuade you from grinding a bit, though, because they're kind of wily and hard to actually catch up to when they're afraid of you like this. Right, I should probably get Orpheus to that next thing because I want to see what that spell is about. Other than that, I think I'll carry on power leveling Jack Frost.
New enemies. Last one.
Nice crit.
That was easy.
Hermes leveled up for strength, magic, endurance, and Rakukaja. Is that... Tarukaja was like up to your attack, right? So maybe this ups defense or something? Next spell is at level 19, Assault Drive. Increase allies' defense. Okay, right on. That could be very helpful in a number of situations. I suppose defense doesn't really help you against magic, does it? I don't really know. I think they kind of made it 6,500, sweet. It kind of has the sound that it wouldn't, so it's probably more for if enemies doing lots of physical like stuff like bashing and piercing and slashing. That one just barely noticed my presence at all.
They appeared. Last one. Take the enemy down.
Wow, only 4 damage at this point even. Doesn't feel like we've leveled up all that much, does it? But in reality, we kind of have. I'll grab the pixie card, sure. Does it matter what your magic stat is at to determine how much you heal? Because like, would it make sense to, if I was in the field, swap to a persona with a higher magic stat before using Dia, I guess? I don't know. Ooh, so Ice Boost, I presume it means like you deal more damage with ice magic for like a few turns or whatever, so. There's a strong argument for getting that for Jack Frost here. Actually, is that also what you were about to learn? No, we're learning Sonic Punch at level 10. We get the skill card for Ice Boost at level 14, which means you could use it on yourself, I suppose. But I assume it's also a spell you're going to learn one of these two. So probably there's no point. And once you get these three, you'll have a full spell list anyway. Getting Ice Boost on you and then spamming Bufu would be awesome. Although I expect, again, that there are higher tier. Okay, I want to stick on you. Oh, you ran towards me. Wait, this is my chance. Finally I can attack a rare one. Enemy advantage? What? I attacked you. That's nonsense.
That's a rare form. Teach it a lesson.
Teach it a lesson? Okay, if you're confident.
Roger.
Please analyze it though also. Okay, I'll use Bash. Why not? Wait, no, Fire. The normal ones of these are weak to Fire. I probably should have tried Fire. Bugger.
Rare form. Don't let it escape.
How exactly do I not let it escape? I mean, I'll try, but how? Oh, okay, it blocks fire. Never mind. Piercing? Dodge. It's so good at dodging. It's waiting restlessly. Okay, we don't know anything about its stats. Try Bash again? Maybe. I guess this thing's whole jam is that it dodges a lot, huh?
One enemy remains.
Yes, so I see. Is there any use then in trying to, like... probably not. Is there any use in trying to, like, panic it or something? Keep it from doing? Oh, okay, interesting.
A rare form. Don't let it escape.
Yeah, try Wind? I didn't really get any information about its stat resistances, but I assume magic doesn't work at all, really.
One enemy remains.
Okay. So it kind of has the sound that probably it's mostly physical you want to use on this, and also that it's going to run away after a certain number of turns. I'm just happy to have seen it at all at this point. I'll try and double myself. I mean, as long as it's not going to kill us. If it gets away, then there are worse fates. Lame indeed. There it goes.
All right. Continue with the investigation.
Will do. If we'd gotten a crit somewhere in there, that would have been, yeah, ever so fine. Okay, now I understand what that thing's about anyhow. Totally forget what I was saying before that happened. We'll carry on through these floors and just go one at a time until we get tired, and get all kinds of sweet loot in the interim. It might be a long recording and a short final video. If I go through here for an hour, there's nothing really worth commenting on hugely. I'll just be accruing money and items here. And if nothing really worthwhile reporting happens until we're all tired out, then you'll probably just be cutting along till then. I suppose I should probably return every, well, I don't know. I'll return if things get really dicey. I'll be really annoyed if I'm like casually grinding here for like 20 minutes and then I make a stupid random dumb mistake and die somewhere though. For the most part, most of these enemies are doing very little unless they're actually gambling on their spells. So I think the chances of us suddenly dying out of nowhere are low, but not none. So I should be alert and remembering all our elemental resistances and things. Do you have a Saurus currently? Oh yeah, we do. When they said short bow, they weren't kidding. That thing's friggin' tiny. 98 yen. She seemed to suggest that returning to the same floor over and over gives a greater chance of, like, rarer stuff. Mitsuru Senpai did earlier, I thought. Yeah, the level experience we're getting on these first few floors, though, is very much decreasingly cutting it. Treasure! Rubber Soul. Someone's gonna show up at Gekakon tomorrow and go to their shoot cubby, and there are gonna be none. And they're gonna be very confused. I guess probably not. Probably not. This stuff isn't all stuff that was in the school. Because then we'd be just, like, stealing money from somewhere. Mysteriously. I wonder what affects the odds of a shuffle time. If it's just like about doing a certain number of fights, or if it has a chance on every fight to be one. Because it kind of seems like it would make sense if the tougher the enemies were, the better the rewards were, but I don't know. It seems a wee bit random. Because in most RPGs, you would, like, get a specific kind of reward from certain enemies or whatever, right? Doing it this way wears on our health more, which is eventually going to wear on our money more when we go back and, heal up, but in terms of how much time it's taking vastly less time to use the rush tactics, so it's still probably worth it. That ended quickly, because when we're losing money, all we're really losing is time that we would spend making the money back eventually anyway, so. And again, we have a decent chunk of money now. It's definitely worth scouting the entire floor, though, even if it's one where the monsters aren't giving you all that much experience, because there could be a rare chest somewhere. Which so far have never been bad. I won't be happy when we eventually run into some enemies who resist, like, physical attacks. Like, as in they completely nullify them. That will be a sad day. There is one argument that raising Orpheus into the future will be nice because the agility is really good. Although I'm sure we'll find some with better agility later on. I just want to get you to level 6 to get all your spells maxed out. not that I really know why I would want Tarundo if I'm not going to be using you, but before I swap back to Jack Frost and keep leveling him. Well, I guess I'd say him because Jack Frost, but I guess it could be short for Jacqueline, or maybe shadows don't have genders in the same way we do. That would also not be surprising to learn. Short sword. I will just save every 5 floors and then use the teleporter to hit back that particular floor. I wonder if that means we get to do the bosses again. Probably not. But there are some decent rewards you could get from them if you could. Nope, they don't come back. Does the item that shows up here come back? Seemingly not. I don't need to... Where? Is Junpei not here? Where the hell's Junpei gone? Whoa, did that just say it buffed my Orpheus's endurance by 1? Apparently they can do that sometimes? Oh, Junpei got lost behind us. That's why he wasn't in the fight with us. Oh, interesting. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing. Dispoison. Presumably the higher rank of Arcana cards you get will yield much better rewards to the point that later bonus wands, or whatever they're called, could be getting you stat increases like really regularly. That seems pretty powerful. If it can just has a random chance to permanently increase one of your persona stats, you could like get a persona to max in all stats that way, I imagine. I mean, probably that would take a really long time, but good to know. Wanda's even better than imagined. Ooh, someone who's not willing to run away from us. Is it a beetle again? So it is.
One enemy detected.
Yeah, it's really not worth rushing on you, is it? It's better to use all our spells, because you are still fairly hardy. Oh, I'll take a bonus wand again. Thank you. I'm loving the UI and everything in this game, though. It all feels so very clean and tasty and nice. We got a beetle, I guess. Even with, you know, the low model fidelity and texture fidelity and stuff, it still looks pretty nice in 4K, methinks. Ooh, okay, there's a cursed health thing, so very much don't touch that, but I wanted the weapon one anyway, so it's fine. Another practice bow. Ooh, this one has a few enemies who aren't afraid of us. Ah, these Cupid things. These Cupid things aren't scared of anything.
Last one. Take the enemy down.
Which is fair, because they're pretty scary. Strong against ice and weak against fire is probably how my elemental resistances would be in real life, because I'm like good down to like -5 in a t-shirt and shorts. And then as soon as it gets to above 20 degrees Celsius, I'm like, no, I melt now. Goodbye, forever. And I like can't think, I get all dizzy and stuff. So it feels appropriate to have Jack Frost equipped. I suppose there's an argument, you're probably mostly getting the best rewards from the later floors we have, so I probably should just start at floor 10 and go to 16 and do it that way over and over. That probably makes more sense. Ooh, bonus wand or sword? I'll go for the bonus wand, since I feel like we've probably tapped most of the useful weapon types we can get from the sword card. 5 experience was maybe not worth not having the weapon. Yeah, while they're down, you do way more damage. Oh, 4 experience. I was like, it's gotta be happening sometime, right? And a shovel time to boot. The sword I shall have. Seems like it always ends up on the left side when there are just 2. Whatever was already on the left side, and that will level up Orpheus, give us our Tarundo, we can finally see what it is, and I can start power leveling Jack Frost. Oh, a strength up by 3. Well, that's atypical. Decreases one foe's attack. Okay, yeah, that could be helpful in some fights. Probably more decreasing enemy stats is almost always likely to be better than increasing our own, because I assume it does so by percentage. So decreasing a foe's attack who's got a billion attack by like 20% is probably better than like increasing our defense by 20%. There's an argument anyway. I'm not sure I'm not certain which is better, but anyway, I'll carry on power level in Jack Frost here. Next time I'm back at base. Ooh, rare! Shirt of Chivalry! Has the sound of an item that'll be like, for men only, because tradition is stupid. A traditional Japanese shirt for men. There you go. But it's +3 strength on me also. And there's an argument that the strength is better for Junpei, because he's doing more... Yeah, you know what? Even though it is better defense, which is nice for keeping her alive, he's doing way more stuff with strength than I am, right? So I'll give him the Shirt of Chivalry. A handy find to be sure, though. Oh, we got a crit. Oh, it even changes his outfit. What's it do? It puts him like a... Is it supposed to be like a gang outfit? I don't know what that character on the back means. It was pretty cool, though. It sure is bumping his physical attack, all right.
Take the enemy down. Who's the man?
He's wearing it without a shirt and all. Oh, fashion plate. Fight a battle in costume. There you go. Does that mean my, like, legendary shoes that I got, do they show up differently on my model? I guess it would have given me the costume thing for that if they had. If I put them back to engineer boots. No, they look the same. I wonder, is there any indication when you equip them, which ones will give you an outfit in battle? It doesn't seem any different. Anyway, wait, does that mean if I equipped it to me, I would be in that costume? Wait, I kind of have to see Per in that costume. You know, it looks better than I was imagining, but I think it's really more a Junpei's thing than Yukari or Per's, so we'll put it back like this, shall we? Of course, if I find another one, then obviously I'm putting on Per for the stats. I was expecting Per would wear his open like Junpei's does, which I don't think would look quite as... It's that sort of vibe makes him look a bit like a surfer. Fits Junpei a little more, I think. It's hard to imagine sweet reserved Per going all full shirtless like that. Bandages around the waist and all. Please get back here. Oh, that thing can heal. First time I've ever seen that. A wand I shall have. It's interesting. I seem to remember, I kind of was skipping through because I didn't expect it to say anything. It said your experience has grown, but when it gave a stat increase to Orpheus, it was just Orpheus, right? It wasn't any of my friends? I think maybe that was the case. So it's kind of a shame it only levels me up in that case. But it kind of makes sense because your friends are going to have those personas the entire time, so to give them too many perma buffs on them would make them pretty powerful pretty fast. Since with me, the perma buff might get merged out later, so it's only so permanent. So if I'm right about my guess about how this works, that this barrier thing is just like after a certain number of days that like the next big story event happens, and then we do some kind of boss fight and then go there, I'm totally cool with that. I really like the structure of that. Because then you can know when you're ahead of the game, basically, because you'll know because you'll hit the barrier, and it'll be like, okay, I'm not like, it gives you a sense of how far you should be in Tartarus at any given point. And you can know, okay, I'm ahead of it, so I don't have to spend all my time in Tartarus these next few days. I can like spend it increasing my charm at the restaurants or whatever. And it won't be all that bad. I'm sort of assuming the boss fights will be like, we're at school and then a giant shadow shows up or something. Well, like, that somehow broke out of the dark hour, maybe. And then, so you'll want to have been, or maybe it'll show up at the dorm or something. So you'll want to have been leveling up and stuff for that reason. Sure would be cool if we got another one of those floors that are full of briefcases and death. I could, of course, when we get tired here, use some Yawn Be Gone on us, but I think it's probably seems to make more sense to save it for a situation where I really need to be in Tartarus for one reason or another, and we're all getting tired. At this point, if one of us gets tired, I'm going to take it as a sign that that's about time to leave. That muscle drink, I feel like the side effect of it was just that it increased your attack power, so that's maybe not all the side effects, so-called, are negative. That's how I think it was in Persona 1, so there's a lot of unknowns there, because I only think it was that, and that was 2 games ago anyway, or 3 if you're counting whatever one comes after Innocent Sin. Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Persona 2 Psyche Unchained, or whatever it's called. It's not called that. Yeah, I think maybe the fact that our agility's been going up has given us more opportunities to attack, perhaps. Maybe it just feels that way because we're doing more damage, so we need fewer opportunities to attack. The rare one. Ah, bugger. No, I'll never catch you now. I probably sort of lack the stats to actually catch up to one of those wealth things and take them out in time. I'm sort of assuming it just gets you a whole lot of money and maybe a neat weapon or something. So I'm not feeling like it's a total necessity. There's a level up for Per, up to the Persona level 10. Huh? I sense that another change is about to occur within me. I can now store up to 8 personas. Oh, wow, okay. So that basically does make it sound like 6 was the limit before. So every 10 levels, do I get another Persona limit expansion? 8's not bad. I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine ever eating more than 8. But obviously I'll take as many as I can get. There's no harm in filling up on them. I don't have to raise all the ones I have. I was thinking the whole tired system was going to be a lot more restrictive than it seems to be so far, earlier. We recovered, like, pretty fast. Because, like, Yukari seemed to recover immediately the next day for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. It might have been a scripted thing. Junpei was tired, but then he seemed fine when we got there. And I was able to recover by, well, I think I took a Yawn Be Gone for Per, so I don't know how quickly he would have recovered otherwise, but let's say it could have been so much worse when we all got so tired there. Can I issue commands again? Or is that square and I can only do it when I'm not when I'm on a floor with enemies and stuff? But you know what, out of curiosity, let's start from the second floor and split up and see if the amount of, like, the increased experience we're getting from fighting alone is, like, worth splitting up. It is square, you're just not allowed to do it if there are no enemies and stuff.
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Fight, fight, fight. Go, go, go. Do stuff, yeah. Oh, Yukari and I are close enough to fight this one together. So we shall. So the range where you're considered, like, close enough to your friends to do stuff is pretty far, actually. Here, I'm definitely by myself, though. So let's put a special emphasis on actually fighting normally. So the random attack might have just gone after this one first. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if they're both getting taken out at once. I'll have me that sword, and for those two, like, who are very early game monsters, usually give you, like, 2 experience, so that would be 4 altogether you would expect, but if I'm by myself, it's 12. Okay, yeah, so it's literally divided straight up by 3 then, I suppose.
I found some cash. Cha-ching!
Sweet! I'm trying to think of, like, mathematically, does it make sense? Doesn't feel like anyone's really doing much fighting, though. Oh, so I guess the fact that they're... Oh, sorry, no, this just stops time. Anyway, I'll carry on the stairs. So if I say priority defeat shadows, thank you. Ooh, that was some cash, you're right. Well, let's just try split up. I guess this means they don't actively seek out battles, but they can probably still get into them. I mean, he basically just ran by that one. Oh, they probably don't actively target them if they're running away from them, so I would have to say priority defeat shadows in that case. Right, okay.
Don't get careless.
Ow, I got critted. Okay, yeah, this is the thing about fighting by yourself. Okay, this is the thing about fighting by yourself. Okay, this is the thing about fighting by yourself. Okay, this is the thing about fighting by yourself. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I never want to fight by myself. Okay, lesson learned. Never fight by yourself. Unless you really are trying to level up. I mean, if you were a little more present than I was there. But, nah, forget it. I'm not that worried. That was our first non-boss death, I think. Never mind, I like what we were doing before, going between floors 10 and 14. Maybe it's worth leveling my friends by telling them to split up and fight shadows, and just, like, not doing any of that by myself. Like, because I can res my friends really quickly by doing that. Without any risk to me or the whole party. Me or therefore the whole party. Oh, I wonder if maybe the whole if per dies, everyone dies thing is exclusive to Maniac mode. Probably not because of the whole split up feature. I guess that would kind of make sense. Alright, that's a death one. Oh, I could just straight up not take it. I don't actually have to take the shuffle time. Okay, that's much better than, like, wasting my time picking the wrong one. I didn't even notice there was a cancel option there. Got a rare one. I guess it just always is an enemy advantage, no matter what happens.
Teach it a lesson.
Is there any use in trying to focus our, like, melee or martial skills, or should I just, like, hit rush and hope we eventually land a hit? Because we don't often. And maybe this is the thing that makes the most sense to try and hope we get a crit. Oh, it's weak to slash? Okay. We got no experience, but we got a wealth coin. And defeated a golden hand, grasping at greed. Wealth coin, is it a thing you equip to get more money in battle, or it might be valuable? It's just one you save, I suppose, then. Sell rather than save. Now we know. Does that mean I genuinely just missed with all my slash attacks up to that point? Sad. Because I'm sure I tried a few. Considering, though, that we are at the point where we're at the highest level we can go. Oh, Jack Frost's magic went up? Is that what that said? That is incredibly, incredibly nice. Because that is the thing that Jack Frost is good at. Oh, no, endurance is. I lied. Well, endurance and magic are both up there. It is probably a sign, though, that we are about as leveled as we really need to be at this point, that most of the enemies here are running from us. I'll be taking that wand again, I think. I'm feeling like now it is a bit of a priority, especially now that I know it can give you perma buffs. I keep accidentally skipping past it, so I'm not... but it had the sound that it was a permanent increase to this persona's ability. It might be that you can only get 1 per persona or something like that. It'll never happen again for that particular one. But it might not be. Okay, I gotta not auto-fight when we're on these things, because I gotta get rid of these twins before they obliterate everyone. Them I'm still scared of. Oh, right, I'm weak to fire because, ow, Jack Frost, ow!
Great recovery.
It's fine. Thank you.
Take the enemy
These enemies
down.
don't have a lot of health, so even though they got a bunch of hits on me, it was fine. I wonder if the different zones are gonna have different dungeon music. That'd be kind of exciting. Yeah, this thing can also heal itself. Oh, is it just you and me again? Did we leave Chimp behind again? Sorry, buddy. Keep doing that. Hee-ho's leveled up to level 10. Strength, magic, and endurance for her. Sorry, buddy. He must keep getting stuck on, like, edges or something. I guess because his model's a little bigger with the sword. He gets stuck more easily or something. Or maybe it's just because I've got him as player 3. Well, player 3 is a weird way to put it. It's not multiplayer. Ow. Don't get the sword. Which is fine, because I wasn't planning to anyway. Well, the screen got a little dark there for a minute. That was kind of scary. Maybe I think I picked the wrong one for a minute. I mean, we know it's not instant death if you pick the wrong one. Or, well, I assume that's one of the functions it can have. Maybe there are more.
One enemy detected.
We left Junpei behind again. I keep doing that by accident. Got more rancid gravy for our troubles, though. The classic rancid gravy. Just like Mama used to make before both my parents died off screen due to parenting a protagonist. Junpei scared the crap out of me there. I totally thought he was an enemy for a second. We charged in, sword drawn. No, don't rush this. Sorry. You're only strong against lightning, right? Oh, you're also weak to ice. Excellent. Some imagination, right? Junpei's cap is normally forward. He turns it backwards just to equip this particular outfit. That is the correct. Ah, bugger. Oh yeah, I was supposed to heal you. Sorry.
Just one more.
Aha! Nullified. Hermes has leveled up for more strength, agility, and luck, but no assault dive till 18. Yeah, there have been a lot of personas with good magic stuff thus far, though, so I've kind of been specializing per a little bit into, like, magic and healing and stuff. I'm kind of liking doing it that way, rather than picking personas with lots of strength and things. 90 yen. Honestly, the max health ring could probably be good for really any of us, in a sense.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. If you say so.
It would be much faster if we just don't do the all-out attack, Yukara. You understand. I'm sure you understand. Although it's possible that all-out attacks give you better rewards, I'm not sure. I suppose it's possible that my friends only will tire in the dungeon if I let them get knocked out. So I guess it might theoretically be possible to be here forever before you notice. As in, you'll be tired if you leave and go home, regardless, but I might not notice anyone become tired in the dungeon if no one dies. We shall see, I suppose. So it might be possible to do this forever without anything really changing here. So I should be aware of that possibility. I noticed that doing the all-out attack puts the enemy back on their feet, though, so that it's a little different. I guess that's another reason that you might not want to do it right away, because you might get more time to heal and stuff if you don't.
Get back here, you son of a...
Yeah, see there, I got to attack right away, whereas if I had said no to that auto attack, I'm almost positive I would have had a few turns to hit it while I was down. So 14 here was a boss floor with the Mega Drive or whatever it was called. And then there was like one more floor, and then the one with the barrier, was it? Yeah, there's one floor here, 15, that is like a normal floor. And then it's to the that one with the barrier. A wand I shall have. I keep reading it slowly when it's not giving me one that increases a stat permanently. I guess if it's increasing by 1 permanently, that will eventually not be very fast. Yes, indeed. There's just one normal floor between 14 and this. Everyone's seeming good to go for another round, though, so I'll carry on a few more rounds, and if we get tired, I'll stop. Or if it seems like I'm genuinely going to be here forever because they're not getting tired because no one's dying, then I'll call it there also. Whatever the case, this has been a very fruitful excursion. I think we can all agree. Setting aside the matter of our demise, our repeated and unfortunate demise. Oh right, I always feel that it spawns me on the floor that nothing is on because this was a boss floor when you use that teleporter thingy. Yeah, I'll do one more loop after this if we don't become tired within this loop. And then we'll call it. I mean, that'll be probably way more than enough anyway.
Take the enemy down.
Here's our chance. Let's get it. Why not?
Because, Junpei, that was so much faster.
2 distressed enemies
Jack
detected.
Frost!
I know he said Jack Frost, but that's not what I heard. Sorry. I may have a dirty mind.
1 enemy detected. Strike first. Take the enemy down.
No, I think I was just mixing it up. I don't think your agility actually gives you more turns to attack. I think it's more about the order in which you attack and your evasion. And the more it felt, when it felt like I had more turns to attack, it was just because we did a player advantage, so we got one turn before them. No, not good. Please take them down. Okay, good. Ooh, a rare box. As soon as we get this beetle out of the way. Okay, I should be a little more careful with the beetle than I'm being. Exploit any weaknesses 100 times. Look at us go. All right, my body is now made of pain. Let's get that sorted before we open this nice shiny box, which had a magic mirror once again. Lovely. That does sort of feel like the sort of thing where if you had a whole bunch of them, it'd be nice to use them in force against a really tough physical fighting boss. Also bears looking into how much it's worth to sell, because if it's worth like 100,000 or something, it probably isn't. That's a little excessive. But if it were worth a lot, it might be worth doing that instead. Although again, as I say, we've been looking pretty decent in the money department lately. Not enough so that I could literally like max out my inventory from every item in the stores we have available, but anything I want, I've so far been able to get. Since we started dungeoneering seriously. Next level for Purr is not far off. Ditto for Jack Frost. Yukari and Io are both equidistant from a level, as are Junpei and Hermes. I guess that's always going to be the case for these two, is it? Because they're never dequipping personas, they're always leveling up alongside it. And I guess their experience requirement is the same as their personas. Maybe that'll diverge at some point. But for the moment.
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Huh?
Let's try and not and just keep attacking them while they're down. Yeah, that seems more worth it in terms of trying to get rid of them. Not to mention faster. When it's just this one enemy anyway. Wand I go for again. Interesting, our weapons, they give us a little stat to show us what their accuracy is like. But we don't get any such thing for our spells, so it's kind of hard to know. It may be that spells are technically have an accuracy of 100 and you only miss if an enemy evades, as such. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I totally could have got that one. Uh-oh. No matter, man. I can ice them both. It's fine. Because it gives me one more. One's got a skull in it, so I will not be taking that. I was right beside the stairs, so I probably could have chanced it, but... ain't worth, in my opinion. How's this look on me? It's part of my special collection. I look damn good in it, don't I? I'm gonna be rocking this in battle, so keep your expectations up. Okay. Sure thing, Junpei. Also, I don't know what you mean by it's like your special occasion outfit or whatever, since we only just found it. Okay, I really gotta not mess around, because this thing crits us over 5 seconds. Wait, is ice fine? Why did I do dice? Dice is fine. Ice okay. Ooh, revival bead, yes. Very much like those. Alright, last loop around I'll do, and then we'll call this episode. Or we'll call it earlier if people get tired in the middle. I expect we could all go at one more level before this route is out. Right, I keep forgetting. The first floor responsibility's not gonna have anything. So on for me. That's a level for me and Jack Frost, I expect. Or no, Jack Frost goes first. It's level to level 11, some more strength, endurance, and luck. Sweet, sweet, and sweet. And learn Sonic Punch. Ooh. And Ice Boost is learned at the next level, followed by its skill card at level 14. And what is Sonic Punch? I'm assuming it's a blunt damage thing. Deals light strike damage to one foe. Right on. How does it differ from Bash? It doesn't seem to, except that it takes more health, so maybe it does more than light? I don't know. Or maybe it just costs more if you use it with Jack Frost, basically. But otherwise it's the same as Bash. Oh, it's not common to see these three on this floor. Or it hasn't felt so far.
2 enemies detected. Strike first.
And then we all missed. There's a level for Purr. Sweet. Yeah, it seems slight the amount of health you go up by every level. That was only, what, 8? Greater max health, but it sure does add up. And we're now at the stage where to get the next level would be 554 experience, which is still not that excruciatingly much.
Enemies to attack. One more.
That bump to my strength, I'm taking these down even easier. Is it the beetles now afraid of us? Ah,
One enemy
so it
detached.
is. Rare chest, hello. Duzumaru. Ooh, that looks like a sword for Junpei. So it is. We lose his extra crit rate, but we get 2 more attack and 1 more accuracy and plus 20 max health. Interesting. I'll keep it around, but you know what? I'm really liking his extra crit chance, so I think I will leave him on the Kishido Blade. The crit was probably doing more damage turn for turn. Maybe. He said, theorizing somewhat baselessly. The crit feels nice anyway, so I'm keeping it. And there. And that's final until I change my mind. A coin for me, please. Coin for me. Yep. We're nearing like 60k now, haven't we? Ooh, 55k. And that's before all the junk we're gonna sell after this. Sword for me. Haven't gotten anything especially new from the sword cards lately, but they make for good selling fodder, so I still will be claiming them if there's no wand.
Last one.
Take the enemy down.
Oh, we left Yukari behind this time. I'm just running ahead, not even looking at my friends are with me. Sorry, guys. I'm so distracted these days, you know. With the swim team meetings coming up and everything. Rare box. Shirt of Chivalry. Oh, so we can get that for her as well. It matches his gentle, demure vibe a little less. But for the stats, we shall take it for the time being until we find something better.
Strike first.
Uh-oh.
Take the enemy
It's fine.
down.
It doesn't look bad on him. Sorry, I did not mean to hit that early, but I'll take the sword. That wasn't the sword. So I think that's the first time I've ever got one of those wrong. Like I didn't get the thing I was going for. Yukari's persona, yo, has leveled up. Magic up for her by 1 and agility by 2. Sweet. More dodges her way. In the future, if it becomes too tedious to do on screen, I might do a few off-screen grindy sessions. It doesn't have the feel that we're going to really need to. I'm probably being pretty excessive by even doing this many times, but in such an instance, I usually, because I've done this before in certain other games, if I'm grinding off camera, I'll turn shadow play on so that if anything remarkable happens, I can still capture it. The coin is for me. Well, that fight there will about wrap things up as soon as I'm done missing everything. And we'll pop back up to the entrance of the place, and we've got a whole bunch of money and stuff to sell when we pick it up next time. I'm feeling rather good about that. Oh, 5 experience. Okay, so it must fall off some depending on how you level up. Either that or it's rounding weirdly somehow. Oh, sorry. Well, I said that was the last one. Okay, I'll leave you. Yes, I am ready to return to the entrance. It's 56k yen currently on hand, and then we've got a whole bunch of items here, some of which will be worth selling when we return. We can see how much that wealth coin is worth. And hey, that felt really good. We got ourselves all the way up to level 11. Junpei's real close to a level himself. It's all going great. And like I've been saying, I've been having a real good time with this game, so I can't wait to record some more. That is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now.
Destruction. Oh yeah,